Okay, oops. All right, so we're going to get started. So, first of all, by introduction, I'm sure most of you guys know who I am, but I'm Lacey Bussey, and I'm a health and fitness coach with Beachbody. I'm a one-star diamond coach, and that just means that I have begun to lead my own team and help other people see the vision with coaching. So, I am the founder of Team Happy Healthy Free, and I'll kind of get into later on in the webinar why my name of my team is Happy Healthy Free. So, first of all, I want to start off this whole thing with a quote, and I know I'm totally violating all PowerPoint rules with this because, like, whoa, that's way too many words on a slide. But I wanted to do it this way in case you're looking at it on your phone. You can screenshot it if you like the quote. So I also need to move this box out of the way. All right, perfect. So the quote that I want to start out with, I want to paint this picture for you guys that if you want something different in your life, go out and get it. Like, if you're not doing something that brings you happiness, or if you want better life-work balance, or whatever it might be, like if you're not just so excited about it, then do something different. And I want to be your mentor through that if I can help at all. So the quote is from Alexis Jones. She is the author of I Am That Girl, which is an awesome book, by the way. So the quote says, "The world will try to convince you to play it safe, not dare too much or dream too big, to color within the lines. Don't listen to it. There is nothing more life-threatening than resignation, because the moment you settle for complacency and compromise who you are, you've lost the best part of life and squandered the potential that lies within you. Don't believe it's okay to show up every day at a job that you don't love or one that you're just doing for the money. Discard others' expectations, hold tight to your own. The beauty of life is that it's your own, so dare to live it." So that's just the quote that I wanted to start out with. I am going to go through and give you a little bit about my story. I could honestly talk for quite a while of different parts of my story, but I'll give you the general synopsis of my story. And then I'm also going to go through what we actually do as coaches. You know, it's very, a lot of times, like you see me post on Facebook, but you might not know what we actually do. And then who would make a good coach? What are some of the myths about Beachbody, about coaching, about all of that kind of stuff? And then also, you know, like how we actually earn income, you know, because that is definitely part of it. We're building a business and you wouldn't want to do that for free. So, all right, there we go. Okay, so this before and after picture means a lot to me. And my story goes so much deeper than a before and after picture. The physical transformation for me was honestly a side effect. I mean, it is what started me on my fitness journey, was because I wanted to see if my stomach could look less gross. I mean, honestly, that's what it was for me. Like, I had 2 babies, but even before I had kids, it wasn't good. My stomach just was never toned. I never felt good about it at all. So that's where it started for me. But honestly, like as far as the health and fitness side of it, it has become totally a side effect. I'll back up just a little bit and tell you how my story relates to me being a coach. And it honestly started way back when, like in kindergarten, when you're always asked, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I'm like, I want to be a mom. Like, that's where I wanted to be. When I was in high school, I remember talking about colleges, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'll go to college. That's what I got to do. But really, can't I just skip that and be a mom? Like, that's what I wanted to do. I'm thankful that I went to college. And I'm really thankful that I was in the workforce too, because I found so many more like passions within me, by doing that. But I really, really just wanted to be a mom. And This is where it kind of gets a little tough. But God blessed me with a beautiful little boy 6 years ago, and I was so incredibly happy. He's healthy and he's so darn cute. But I wasn't there to raise him. My daughter was born 3 years later, and I remember on my maternity leave that I felt sick to my stomach knowing that I had to go back to work. It wasn't that I hated my job. I actually really enjoyed what I did for the most part, but I didn't want to leave my kids. And it started kind of getting worse and worse, that feeling. You know, when we would go to the doctor and they would have a checkup and he'd be like, okay, well, you know, how much milk does she drink throughout the day? And I'm like, I don't know. I made my best guess. Okay, well, that's fine. You know, how long does she nap? I'm like, I don't know. And it's not saying that like every mom needs to know that because you're a mom. But for me, like, I wanted to know that stuff. I wanted to know my kids inside and out, and I wanted to be the one raising them. Little did I know, short disclaimer, how incredibly difficult that was going to be. Like, holy crap, it's really hard. But that's what I wanted. That's where my heart was. I remember going to lunch at work and crying in the lunchroom because I just wanted so badly to just leave and go hold my kids. So it had gotten to that point where it's like, I really wanted to stay home, but there's so much that went into it. And first of all, my husband was not on board with me staying at home. He was not even remotely on board with it. And whenever we would have the conversations, they were hard conversations. So that leads me into actually my next quote that I'm going to skip forward to. And this quote means a lot to me because it says, and the day came when the risk to remain tight in the bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. That's exactly where I was. Finally, those hard conversations with Ryan and those hard conversations that I was going to have with my employer, you know, nobody ever leaves where I was working, like ever. They retire from there and that's it. So I had a tough road ahead of me and I just kept on praying. Like, I just kept praying for direction, for contentment, and for like Ryan's mind to be opened to the fact that I wanted to stay home. And I found my voice. It was July of 2014. I had a major emotional breakdown in my kitchen. And I just started crying and I'm like, something has got to change. I don't know what it is, but something has to change. And so we started talking about me going part-time at work. That didn't really end up coming to fruition. So like 6 months had passed and like nothing, you know, and I was still working full-time. But in the meantime, I saw Alyssa, my coach, post a picture of, you know, her before and after, and it was of her in a swimsuit, just like I had posted in the previous slide. And I saw it and I was like, yeah, okay. So does my stomach just look the way that it does because I had kids, or is it actually possible for me to be happy with how it looks? You know, this was totally this like abstract thought to me. And so I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So that's where my physical transformation started. But then throughout fall of 2014, I just started feeling happy. And it was honestly a feeling that I hadn't had in a long time. This like confidence and this happiness. I said, Ryan, I feel like I can just like, I can like take on the world right now. And it wasn't only that like post-workout high that you get. I just felt good. And I had never known the emotional benefits of exercise before until, you know, fall of 2014. And I said, I'm like, you know what? I want to be a coach. I want to help other people find this happiness. And so I signed up to be a coach in December of 2014. It was the day after Christmas, actually. And I haven't looked back ever since. I absolutely love it. And I'll get more into it. It takes a lot of hard work, but I truly have just this passion, this fire in my soul for what I do every day. And I want everybody to feel that way. So what do I do as a coach? So in the beginning, the very first step is to set up what I call a getting started right call. So we would talk on the phone, and it's all about you. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What do you want to feel that you're not feeling right now? What do you not want to feel anymore? Just talking all about your life, your support system. Is your spouse on board with this idea? Are they super skeptical and thinking you're absolutely ridiculously nuts? We talk through all of that stuff and figure out how I can help you get started. And the coolest part that I get super excited about is that you being on my team isn't about me. It's not about me at all. It's about you. And I get to just listen, and I get to soak up everything that you're saying to me, everything that you're struggling with, and we can work together and figure out how coaching can be that vehicle to help you with that struggle. So next up after that, you do a new coach mentorship, which I have put together. It's a Facebook group. It's a private group, and I actually started mine in January of 2015. So that was my very first thing that I did. It's a short video every single day with an assignment that goes along with it. So it's cool because I get to teach you stuff, and then you get to implement it. That's what the assignment is. Okay? So one thing about coaching is that it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be time consuming. So we're talking like half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, something like that. If you can commit that every day, you can build something amazing out of this. So I really want you to know that, even when you're in that new coach mentorship, I'm not asking you to, spend 3 hours a day or anything ridiculous like that on coaching. Like, I understand, like, we all have really busy lives, and I can teach you how to fit it in. We fit it in, and we've got little, like power hours and stuff like that you can find pockets of time to commit to this. So on a daily basis, it's kind of cool because what you do as a brand new coach is exactly the same thing as you do when you're like a superstar diamond or like the top coach in the whole company. You do these 4 vital behaviors every single day. And like I just said, it does not have to be time consuming. It's super simple. So personal development is reading a book, listening to a podcast, listening to a YouTube video, whatever it might be, on something that you struggle with. So whether that be confidence or organization, time management, leadership, it doesn't even have to be something, honestly, that you're struggling with, just something you want to improve upon. And it can also include like technical type stuff, so say you want to learn more about how to utilize Facebook better, or you want to learn more about Shakeology. Like, what the heck is in Shakeology that actually makes you feel so good? I totally dove into that because I wanted to learn that stuff, and that falls under the personal development category. So being a product of the product, drinking your shakes, getting your workout done, eating pretty much according to plan. You guys all know I struggle with my nutrition. Honestly, for me, I've come to a good balance. It's like I would struggle with 100% following the meal plan, but for me, I'm good with having like an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I eat healthy, clean food, and I do the best that I can. 20%, and honestly, it's probably even less than 20%. I splurge, and that's okay. I want you guys to know you do not have to be perfect. You don't have to be like this fitness freak. You don't have to be a nutritionist. You do not have to be perfect. But being a product of the product is one of the vital behaviors because we're not salespeople. We just want to use the products and the programs and share our journey. If you're not using the products and the programs, you're not going to have a journey to share, and then you're just pushing stuff on people, and that's not what we're all about. So invite is really fun. This is where you get to show people your personality and start working with people who get you. You know, invite encompasses like just adding new friends, whether that be on Facebook or expanding your network by joining a new group at church, or, you know, joining PTA or whatever it might be. I honestly don't have a whole lot of excess time that I want to be joining a whole bunch of groups where I have to physically go there. So joining groups on Facebook, like I'm part of photography groups that I absolutely love because I love seeing all those pictures, and yet I'm still making new friends too that could actually end up being customers, you know? So that's kind of like, it's cool because you're adding new friends and you're building relationships. And by default, like they end up finding out that you're a health and fitness coach, and you can help them when they're ready or if they ever become ready, you know? So one part of that too is actually inviting. So like inviting to challenge groups. But I want you guys to understand that there's a difference. Like I keep on getting these messages from different network marketing companies. So like Roden and Fields and Usborne Books and all of these people who send me these random messages and they know nothing about me. And yet they want me to host a party or try their skincare line or whatever. That is not how we do it at all. Like you build a relationship with somebody first. And if there ends up being something that you can provide a solution for a problem that they have, you can simply just reach out your hand and be like, you know what? I know you said that you were really struggling with, you know, following a meal plan or eating breakfast, or, you know, your family struggling with eating healthy suppers. 21 Day Fix actually has an awesome meal plan that goes with it. And there's a lot of family friendly recipes that could keep you guys all on track. Do you want to hear more? Like, do you want to learn more about it? And it's a much more natural way of inviting. It's not harsh and spammy at all. So that's what the invite is. Recognition is actually a new one, and it's really, really fun. So it's simply giving shout outs to people who are doing a good job. So whether that be other coaches on our team, your upline, if you know he or she's doing an awesome job with mentoring you or whatever, you know, your challengers once you have them, whatever. So say they're doing a good job, they've followed their meal plan for 5 days in a row, or they've got workouts done for 5 days in a row. It doesn't have to be this massive transformation. It can be recognizing anything, and it feels good to shout them out on Facebook. You know, so I always ask permission first, because there are people that are very confidential with, like, I don't want everybody to know that I'm working on my body, you know? So I ask permission first, but most people are like, oh my gosh, yeah, I would be honored if you do that. So that's what the recognition is all about. Another thing that we do as coaches, and oh my goodness, this is like by far the most exciting part. We have really, really fun events. So quarterly, we have Super Saturday events, and that's local. So it's usually for Wisconsin people. It would be in like Madison or Wisconsin Dells. And there's Super Saturday events all over the United States. So if you're not from the area, you can definitely look up where there is one closest to you. And it's just coaches all getting together. We do a workout together. There's an awesome speaker that, I mean, every single time they do such a good job of getting really good speakers. And then, you know, you get to hear from all sorts of different coaches, you know, hear their stories, just pumps you up. It's amazing. Summit happens once a year, and the past 2 years it's been in Nashville. Completely life-changing. I learned so much about Beachbody as a company by going to Summit. And let me tell you, like, we're working with a company that has such incredible morals and integrity, and they truly want people to get results. It's not like, yeah, we're just going to sell them a bunch of stuff and then walk away and cool, we got the sale out of it. It's no big deal. No, it's not like that at all. They teach us as coaches how to help people get results because they want us to walk hand in hand with them. I mean, honestly, like, as a company, they could just be like, yeah, you got the sale, you're good to go, but they really do have very, very high integrity and morals. So then the picture on the top, I'm super excited for. I am earning a trip to Punta Cana in 2017. So Ryan and I are both going. It's going to be completely paid for by Beachbody. And that is simply from me helping people. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but it's honestly just from helping people, and I can earn that trip. So, okay, who would make a good Beachbody coach? So, in short, you love helping people. You're confident or willing to work on that, because I don't know that I would have said that I was super confident in the beginning. I have developed this like crazy, ridiculous like vision and crystal clear belief in what I'm doing. And that confidence just like radiates out of me. I have insecurities in different areas of my life, like, as a mom and stuff. But as far as like me being a coach, it is important for you to at least develop that confidence. And that does sometimes come with time. So you love Beachbody products or programs or health and fitness in general, and you're open to the Beachbody products and programs. You're open-minded and you love teaching. Like, teaching and being a student is honestly what coaching is all about. So like, I can teach people about the products and the programs and about coaching, and then mentor them along the way, but all the same while, I'm still a student. I'm still doing my personal development and I'm still learning. You're determined. And like I said before, it takes hard work, consistent work, time and time again, doing those 4 vital behaviors. It's not complicated at all, but it's just, you do need to have this determination in you. You believe that you're made for something more. Like, that was me. I was at the bank and like, I was okay with that. I liked my job, but I wanted to stay home, but I wanted more than being a stay-at-home mom. Like, I wanted something more than that. Has a positive attitude and likes the possibility of possibility. So that kind of goes hand in hand with wanting something. You just believe that you're made for something more in life. And for me, that something more, honestly, is building a rock solid financial future for my family. Like, that's what I want to provide for my family, and to also teach my kids how to be extremely hardworking. So, all right. Just a short list of qualities that wouldn't make a good coach. If you want to get rich quick, this is not the business for you, okay? It takes time and it takes effort, which is the bullet point number 2. Getting out of your comfort zone, honestly, it doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun to get out of your comfort zone, but when you do, it is so incredibly exhilarating afterwards. Okay. So like, say you're going to post something that's kind of vulnerable, or like that you're opening up, or me doing these webinars to begin with, I love being on video and teaching, but I'm like, I've never done this before, whatever. Nope. Suck it up. Let's do it. And afterwards I'm like on top of the world because I just conquered something. I conquered one of my fears. And the last one goes along with, continuously learning. If you don't want to learn and you're not willing to be a sponge, and you're just, I am who I am and more closed-minded, it wouldn't be a good fit. So I love this slide because it's a little bit blurry, and I apologize for that. But The image shows you that you can make this exactly what you want it to be. So you can do it just for the discount. You know, you could get 25% off on anything that you get from Beachbody, okay? And not do anything with coaching whatsoever, but just for the discount. You can do it as a part-time coach. You can work towards full-time coach, and then you can be a full-time coach, and you honestly can create your entire life. It's really, really super exciting, the potential that this has within your life. And across the bottom, the coolest part is, like, I'm not your boss. I get to be your mentor, and I get to teach you all along the way. All right, so how we earn money. We earn money by helping people. That is honestly, like, brass tacks of it, that's what it is. You know, like, our income is a direct reflection of how many people we truly help. So we do get 25% commission when we help somebody with a product or a program. You do get challenge pack bonus, so that's a little bit higher than 25%. On the other side, we've got weekly paychecks and the potential to duplicate your business, which is really cool because you can get really strategic with stuff. And I like strategic things. I love numbers and, like, figuring out strategy. The one in the middle is biggest for a reason, and that is team effort. It's really cool because we get rewarded for building our team and helping other people learn how to build their own teams. Recruiting used to be like such an icky word to me, and now recruiting equals giving somebody this amazing gift. And I feel like I would be totally selfish if I didn't actually pass this on to people. Like, if I'm just sitting here reaping all of these rewards that I feel from coaching and I'm not passing that on to anybody, that is incredibly selfish. So that's the team effort part, and there is no limit on your personal earning potential. So just to give you a quick example, this is Danielle Whitford. She is one of my mentors, and this is just kind of how her income has grown. These are monthly numbers. And the thing across the bottom just says that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income or any level of success. It's truly based upon your efforts. But I just wanted to throw this slide in here to give you kind of an idea of what, you know, potential income numbers look like. Her coach, Elizabeth Hartke, she earns more in 1 month than what she used to earn in corporate in a year. So I think we can all figure out that she earns very, very well. The income potential is there. All right, really quick Beachbody myths debunked. I don't want to, you know, short you guys on time as far as your questions. You do not have to be in shape or at your goal weight in order to coach. People relate to you. You as a person, you in your journey. Okay, so please don't feel like I don't have six-pack abs, I can't coach, you know, or like I'm 60 pounds overweight, I can't coach. I'm sorry, but that is absolutely not true. Okay, you can inspire people probably even more by sharing your journey all along the way. I don't have time. We talked about that one already. As long as you've got a half hour to an hour to invest in this, you're good to go. And I can help you to find those pockets of time that would work good within your schedule. I'm not an expert in fitness and nutrition. Totally fine. I'm not either. That's honestly what we have these amazing products and programs for. You don't have to be the expert. I am not a salesperson. This is my favorite one. That is fantastic that you're not a salesperson, because I'm not either. I honestly wouldn't know how to coach you if you were a salesperson. We share our journey, and that's what it's all about. It's not about selling, okay? It's just about providing solutions to people, okay? Last one. It's a pyramid scheme. No, it's not. Pyramid schemes are illegal. I can, reassure you that Beachbody is not a pyramid scheme. So if you, I'm not going to really go into what a pyramid scheme is, but if you just Google it, you'll realize that it's illegal and that the person who started it first is always going to earn the most income, and the people who end up joining after are never going to surpass that first person. That's not how this works at all. You can earn more than me. You can rank advance past me. You can totally surpass me on every level. Just because I started first doesn't mean anything at all. Okay? All right. So, why become a coach? So many different reasons to become a coach. New friends, financial freedom. We get to travel together. We get to go to these events and everything like that together. Accountability. Honestly, I have quite a few coaches on my team who have decided to start coaching so that they would stay accountable to their actual journey. So honestly, this community is so filled with positivity and support. It's just this really cool, fun group of people that you want to be a part of. So, last slide, what's next? Ask questions. So, what do you guys have any questions? You can unmute yourself. You can go in the chat box. You can do whatever is easiest for you. I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen so that I can see the chat box better. Let's see here. Okay, so Mandy's question says, how long did it take you to feel like you got in the swing of things as a coach? That's a really good question. My belief in coaching started taking off when I was it was actually called Coach Basics at that point, and I kind of renamed it to New Coach Mentorship. But my belief truly started taking off at that time. I just had this fire lit inside me that I knew that this was the right path for me, and I really wanted to start working with people as far as health and fitness goes. I was hesitant to share about actually coaching at first because I'm like, well, I'm not successful as a coach yet. I don't feel like I can, have people join my team yet. So I really feel like I started in January of 2015. I honestly did very well right in that first month. I took all of that advice that I got in and I implemented it. And I really think that was the biggest difference versus people that kind of don't take off very quickly. I did hit success starters, which means that I helped 3 or more people each month in my first 3 months. So January, February, and March. And that earned me a free ticket to Summit. Summit was in July of 2015, and that honestly made my business really start to gain momentum. In fall of 2015, so about 9 months in, was when I had, my first coaches that really wanted to run with the business. And I think if I had started sharing about it earlier and, felt more confident in that area, I definitely could have built my team faster. But I'm kind of good with not necessarily going for speed, but going for good quality coaches, people who fit well with me. And also, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of taking my time because I grew myself in that same time frame, so there was a couple momentum shifts that I had, and I would say probably at the 6 month mark, I kind of felt like a surge, and then the 9 month mark, and ever since the first of the year, this year in 2016, I've definitely felt my momentum kick in. That's okay. If you think of it later, you can let me know. In the meantime, I kind of want to give you guys like next steps, so if you do want to, join our team, what do you do next? And honestly, asking all of those questions, and then it would be actually, signing up, joining my team. And it's really cool because in order to sign up, you do it with getting a challenge pack, which is fun because there's really the only like fee to sign up is an investment in you. So depending upon which kind of challenge pack you want, the price varies, but it would be like $140 is most of the challenge packs, and you get a full program. You get 30 days of Shakeology, or you can get the performance line with that if you'd prefer to do it that way. And with that, then your upfront coaching fee is completely waived. So the cool part about that is that if you decide like, okay, yes, tonight I want to sign up as a coach, let's go, let's do this. And then 3 weeks from now, you're like, I realize that this is not a good fit for me. The money that you spent was an investment in yourself. Like you got something out of it. You're not out anything, So that's definitely, that would just be the next step. Just contact me. We can work through how to actually sign up. I usually do it together over the phone. And yeah, you just sign up. I get to then introduce you into our team page because I have a private Facebook group. It's called Happy, Healthy, Free Active Coaches. And it's a really fun place to be. It's a fun environment because you're feeling down. You're like, I just did a post and it was really vulnerable and I haven't gotten anybody to like it, and you're kind of like feeling like, and you post in a group like that and all of a sudden there's like, 15 likes on it and so much support from these people, So I actually had that last summer. I'll tell you guys just a really quick story. I did a video on my phone, and this was before Facebook Live. So I recorded it on my phone. This was when Size first came out, so the hip hop dancing one. And I did the video and I posted a picture I think it was of my daughter and I. And I said, okay, so if I get, I think it was 50 comments on this picture, I was going big. I'm like, then you get to see the video that I did. Okay, so I was sitting at like 32 comments and I'm like, I really want to post the video, but I didn't get enough comments yet. So I posted it in one of our bigger coaching teams. And I'm like, hey guys, if you could help me out, I really want to post this video, but I haven't gotten enough comments yet. And it was honestly like 15 minutes had passed. And all of a sudden I looked back at my picture and I was at like 53 comments already. I'm like, yeah, now I can post my video. So it was just a really cool, it's amazing. I mean, that's just one little snippet of the amazing positivity and support that you get as a coach. So I'm going to wrap it up. But any other questions that you guys have, feel free to let me know. You can always Facebook message me or, any way that you can get a hold of me, knock down my door. I don't care. All right. Talk to you guys soon. I hope you have an awesome night. Okay. Bye.